Hey everybody, how you doing today? It's your boy Double Jesus. Sorry about the content drought, but I'm back. Today we're going to talk about Megahives. Megahives is the newest content to drop in patch 1.3, along with a slew of bug fixes. What are Megahives? Megahives are essentially a mix between the heroic hives, or the elite hives, and the last Avenger standing mechanic. Essentially, you go through 8 gauntlet levels with 5 or 6 floors each, totaling in 44 floors. There is a break in between each gauntlet level, and the caveat to this whole thing is that your characters have to be power level 130 or higher, and if a character gets killed during a mission, you have to then select another power level 130 character, and the previous killed character will become unavailable for the rest of the mission if you complete it, or until it resets. One thing to keep in mind is you want to make sure that you complete the 8th gauntlet level with the character you want to get the gear for. That's what it's going to drop for, and that's going to be the most important part for getting your exotic. There is a chance to get exotics on this, and we'll get more into that later. There's a little way to cheese this. So rewards for doing these, floors 1 through 4, you get 1 upgrade cube and 100 frags for each floor, totaling in 404. Then for floor 5 and 6, you get 2 and 200 cubes and frags. And floors 7 and 8, you also get 3 and 300. So a decent amount for all of them. Each floor is going to take about 15 minutes, maybe less, maybe more, depending on your character build and how well you can handle the content. And the big catch is at the very end, you get 50 polycoron and 50 upgrade cubes. Now, the polycoron is the one item in the game that is time gated. It's used to upgrade your major fragments, and so that's why this is important. So those are Megahives essentially. It's the last Avenger standing mechanic with 8 hives in a gauntlet style. It's single player only, unfortunately. I'm guessing it was kind of something they were hoping to keep us busy for maybe a week or something like that, give us something to do. A lot of people have already cleared it, but a lot of people are also struggling with it. So get your characters up to power level 130. Don't be afraid to do tanky builds. If you're dying on it, start off with your weaker characters first, and then try to progress through the mission and end it at gauntlet level 8 with your preferred character to get your gear drops. Now, speaking of gear drops, there is an exploit with offline mode for the Megahives. Now, I'm not personally doing this, as I don't know if this is bannable. I'm sure that it breaches TOS for exploiting the game or whatever, so I'm not personally doing it, but you can save scum the hive. If you don't know what save scumming is, you go to and you finish 7 levels of the gauntlet, then you make a backup of your save file. And this is something you could also do potentially, because if you're having issues progressing through the hive, you could back up your save file after you complete a level. Backing up is just you go into the My Documents folder in the Marvel's Avengers and just make sure you do a copy of your save file and just use that as a backup. So if you don't get the item that you want at the end of the hive, you don't get the exotic, you can do that. You're having issues trying to get through the content, you can then use that as a checkpoint to restart instead of having to start all the way over from level 1, which is pretty harsh. And that's essentially it. Like I said, I'm not personally using this exploit. It is potentially bannable, so I don't really want to do it. Some people are using it just to test exotics to see what they look like, because it's easier than doing the 14 level heroic hives. So that's it. That's Megahives. Tell me what you think. We're going to be putting out more content again. Unfortunately, the wife had to work a little bit of overtime. We had a lot going on with homeschooling and stuff. And I was just kind of struggling to find things that I could do videos for, but I think I got a good idea. I've got a few things written out, so please like, please subscribe. We got some more Marvel's Adventures content. Tell me guys what you think. It's good to see you again. Peace.